Hello, it's Emily Killick from Embody Training. I just wanted to talk quickly today about some of the questions that I often get asked on my social media pages. So most of the time it's things like if I count my macros, how many times a week I train and things like that. So I wanted to just quickly try and talk about each thing that I get asked most often. So the question I probably get asked most is how many times a week I train, which actually varies quite a lot throughout the year. So it depends if I'm coming up to a competition time or what my goals might be. But I train less if it's more intensive. So I actually train less times a week when it's leading up to a competition than I do when I'm not competing. So when I'm not competing, it's probably 5 or 6 times a week. And it might be a split, or it depends what my goals are. But at the moment, say it's a split of back and biceps, chest and triceps, legs. But I do my chest and triceps with shoulders, so I'll do that. It's basically push-pull legs. And I'll do that most of the year, and then when it's up to competition time it will change slightly, but the work's more intensive, but I'll probably train less times a week. So it just depends on what my goals are, really. The next question that I get asked quite a lot is whether or not I count my macros and my calories. So again, it depends what my goals are at the time. So at the moment, I'm not trying to cut any weight or put on any weight. I'm just maintaining at the moment. And I'm on around 2,500 calories a day. Sometimes it might be 3,000. It depends how much work I've done in the gym as well. I try and balance it out so I'm not on a deficit. And then when I am competing, it might be that I take it down slightly so that I'm in a deficit so that I can get into the under 72 category. But my weight is comfortable around 70 kilos, so I don't usually have to cut too much, which means I don't need to be in too much of a deficit ever, really, which is quite good, unless I'm trying to cut down for some reason. But usually I'm on around 2,500 a day. Another question I get asked a lot is, probably because I only really put photos and videos up of me doing weight training, but that is really what I do most of the time. So I don't do much cardio. That's the question. The question is, how much cardio do you do, or what do you do for your cardio? So I don't have any cardio specific goals. Like, I'm not trying to run a marathon or improve any time for a run or anything like that. So really I only do maybe 1 or 2 HIIT sessions a week, just if I feel like I want to do it for health reasons rather than because I'm trying to burn calories or whatever, and I rely on my weights for body composition rather than trying desperately to do any long runs or anything like that. But it's not to say that you shouldn't do cardio just because I don't do that very much, because that's just not my goal. But if you want to run a marathon, obviously that's going to be what you're focusing on. So it just depends, again, what your goal is. So really all of it comes down to goals again. So all the questions that I've answered so far have come down to what my goals are. So my nutrition comes down to what my goals are, if I'm trying to cut or maintain or bulk or whatever. And the same with my training split, how many times a week I train, that again depends on my goals. And the same with this question about cardio. So really it all comes down to that. Which I'll try and do another video on goals and working out where you want to be and setting smart goals and things like that. Thank you for watching my little video about the questions you ask me. Hopefully that covers a bit more in depth what I do and some of the questions you ask me, and now if you do ask me them again, I can just send you this video and hopefully it will explain it a bit more. If you do want a video on something specific, like maybe understanding HIIT training or understanding powerlifting or the difference between rep ranges with hypertrophy and strength or whatever it might be, just send me a question and I hope to make more videos answering them. Thank you.